we approach the birth of my son, one thing that's been heavy on my mind is how we're going to be handling visitors in those first few weeks. I'm trying to balance not getting overwhelmed by having a bunch of people visit my house while I'm healing and trying to get into mom life, with also not wanting to disappoint the people that I love the most, which are my family and my in-laws. About a week ago, I had a call with a friend of my sister's who had an emergency C-section, so slightly different, but it was such a helpful conversation to understand what she had done for the birth of her son and what she would do differently. The main thing that she left me with was two things, actually. First, she basically said that if she could do it again, she would only want her mom there for the first 2 weeks. And I love this idea because I'm kind of in a similar boat to her in that I love my dad, but my dad doesn't know how to feed himself. My mom has to take care of him. And so if my dad was here, I know that my mom would be helping my husband look after me and the baby, but also having to look after my dad. On my sister's front, I love the idea of my sister being here for the birth, but the problem with her being here the 2 weeks following and staying with us is I don't want to feel FOMO lying in bed healing while my mom and my sister are like hanging out on the couch, drinking wine. And maybe that's selfish of me, but I would rather, if people are coming to visit the baby, I'd rather them come when I'm feeling more able to be present myself and enjoy those family memories and moments. That's kind of the first thing that I've decided, is that for the birth, I've told everyone, you're welcome to come for the birth. You can have, one meetup in the hospital. I think I'm probably going to be in hospital for 2 days. So we'll have one kind of visitation day for family. But then after that, the only people I want in my home are my baby, my husband, and my mom for the next 2 weeks. Now this brings me on to the second half of the equation, which is my in-laws. The difficult thing with my in-laws is that they all live in the same city as me. So at first I was thinking, do I tell them that they can only visit in the hospital and then I don't want to see them for 2 weeks? That felt a little restrictive. So what we're thinking now is that we'll probably do visit in the hospital and then one visit for maybe like an hour in the second week when I'm healing. And then following that 2 week period, we'll have more kind of family activities when my family come and visit, and everyone will get to spend more time with the baby and with me. This is what feels good for me, and it feels fair to everyone around me. I'm hoping it's not going to upset anyone. I don't think it will. I think everyone will be really understanding. And I'm actually preparing a message to send to my whole family to basically say, we're going through a big life change. Please bear with us. Like, please don't take it personally if we want our space. But I definitely want to send that message before the birth so that they will hopefully give me some grace for the first few weeks while I'm healing. I think I would just rather say you're only going to see the baby twice in the first 2 weeks. And then if I feel like seeing people more frequently, inviting them over more, versus the other way around of not having any boundaries in place from the get-go and having people maybe expect to see the baby like every day or multiple times a week in those first 2 weeks when I'm healing and trying to get up to speed with mom life. I would love to hear how you're doing it. Please let me know, or if you have any other ideas, would love to hear any thoughts.